Welcome back to Mayhem Reviews. We are here today to review Us, the second movie from Jordan Peele, written and directed by Jordan Peele, and starring Lupita Nyong'o and Winston Duke. I want to keep the plot kind of vague because, like, I really didn't know too much going in aside from like the basic
premise of the trailer.
Yeah, kind of like a home invasion movie with clones, like doppelgangers. That's all I'm gonna really say. This family goes on a vacation to Santa Cruz, and they end up discovering that they are not alone, and these doppelgangers end up breaking into their home, and madness ensues. And we find out a lot of crazy things that we'll jump into later. But overall impressions, what did you think of Us?
I liked it a lot. It was very unique. It's more of a horror film than Get Out was.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's going to be a lot of comparisons to Get Out. They're very different films in a lot of ways. And what I really like is that it's just so unique. Like, each one of his films now are really unique. Mm-hmm. Definitely excited to see what he does next. But
for sure.
The acting was really incredible. I really like Lupita Nyong'o a lot in this movie. Kind of reminds me of the main actress from Hereditary.
Yeah, I agree.
Where they're kind of like really like pushing their sanity.
And both,
in this ridiculous.
Both will probably be overlooked at the Academy Awards.
Oh,
yeah, I'm sure. I really hope this this movie doesn't get ignored by the Academy, because Get Out was like a surprise instance where it's like, oh, this movie came out in February, and now here it is at the Oscars in February next year. Yeah. That was such a great like achievement. I think Get Out had more legs, and I think it'll have longer legs than Us does. Oh, I could be wrong. I've seen this movie 3 times already. I loved it. I think it's at first I liked it, and I was just kind of like, okay, like that was not as good as Get Out, but I
That's kind of where I'm at right now. But I have to rewatch Get Out. I haven't seen Get Out since the theaters.
Yeah, I think, I don't know what it is, man. I think Jordan Peele just has, like, a grip on, like, his audience, and, like, he really just makes these, like, immediately iconic movies now, where, like, you watch Get Out and you're like, oh, that, like, Into the Sunken Place, like, tea hypnosis scene is, like, immediately, like, something to remember, like, 10 years from now. And I think...
Well, what's the scene like that for Us?
I think the doppelgangers breaking into their home.
Oh, yeah, that scene.
And, like, that whole monologue that she gives is incredible. That whole, like, just sequence is great. And also the opening, I think, is really good, too.
Oh, yeah.
That was really great. I just think there's, like, a lot of, like, just great, like, atmospheric moments.
The music, too.
The music's fantastic. Really yeah, definitely. The original idea that he has, you can tell that Jordan Peele is, like, the best, like, elevator pitch guy. Like, you just know that he's, like, in the studio, he's, like, social commentary where a black guy visits his white girlfriend's family. Horror. And it's just like, well, what does that look like? And then it's, like, movie with family on vacation, and then they get invaded by their doppelgangers. Yeah. It's like, that's crazy. And keeps on, like, twisting and turning around with the story, and I really loved that about this. And I just think that, like, I just think that this movie is, like, near perfect. Like, this and Get Out are so good. But, like, it is very different, like you said. And I think it's more entertaining than Get Out is. I think it's more of a well-paced horror movie than Get Out. Get Out is a movie that you have to be, like, in the mood to watch. Like, I don't think you could just turn that on and be like, oh, look at, like, this fun movie. Like, Us is one of those movies.
Watch that, because I'm, like, trying to remember if it was more horror or more comedy or more suspense. Like, what was that?
It was more thriller. It wasn't very. Yeah, it wasn't a very. And I remember Jordan Peele got very upset about that because he was like, I set out to make a horror movie, and a lot of people are calling it a social thriller. That's kind of what it is. Like, it's not necessarily a horror movie. Like, it's just a really well done social thriller, and I think it has a lot to say, more than Us, I would say. About gender.
If anything, Us probably has more underlying themes that is going to take a little bit longer to really pick at and understand what is trying to be said there. While Get Out was a little bit more, not on the nose, but like it was a lot more obvious about like what it was trying to say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like literally people mentioning politics in the movie itself.
And there's like clever little like hints throughout Get Out that you can go back and be like, oh, like Us has that, but it's like it's not as like spelled out. I don't think. I think there's a lot of... I appreciate that, too. Like, I really like that. And it makes you want to see it more and more and more and really just get everything. And I think that the movie made $70 million, so obviously he's doing something right.
My only issue with the movie was that there's one scene where they kind of explain a little too much.
Yeah, I agree.
And it would have been... I really want to know what this movie would have been like if they just didn't even explain anything. Or at least it just gave you like a little bit, but not as much. And I
guarantee you if they didn't, the critical reactions would have been very bad. Like, I feel like they would have just been like, this movie is confusing and I don't know what it is, like it's bad.
Because it comes down to one of those things where it's like a character sits down and explains things.
Yeah, for like 20 minutes. Like, it is very long. Yeah.
I would have preferred it if it was just the visuals,
right?
As opposed to somebody like explaining it.
I agree with you. I do think the shot is very what you're talking about. The shot is very interesting. It makes it like worthwhile scene, but yeah, the exposition dump is very bad. But
because up to that point in the movie, it's a lot of like, what the hell is going on? And it's really intriguing, and then I don't know. I think that might have taken away like a little bit.
Yeah,
but overall, I think it was pretty good.
But you mentioned Lupita Nyong'o is like Oscar-worthy in this movie. So I think Winston Duke is awesome too.
Oh yeah,
he's very good, as well as all the supporting. The child actors do a lot here too. I thought Winston Duke brings like a very like nice like lighthearted feeling to the movie, where it's like he's the comedic relief for sure, but he's not like annoying. Like it's not like out of place. Like I one brief moment where like the doppelgangers are like talking to them, and he's like, excuse me, and he's like you can take whatever you want.
It felt
in the moment.
Like he felt like a man that was like he's not like a big testosterone filled like.
And you can see that in his
acting. He's a very like nice guy.
Exactly.
So he isn't as confrontational about things. He's just like, are you guys
very insecure, like quiet,
take
like
what you want, leave, we're fine,
please. Like he's got to like
he isn't a big macho man. He tries to be, and then it just kind of falls apart. Like,
exactly.
Quickly.
And I love Winston Duke. I thought he did a great job. Yeah, I mean that's really all I have to say, non-spoiler. I don't know about you. So just wrapping up, it's fantastic. Definitely check it out. It's probably one of the better original horror movies I've seen in a very long time. Definitely up there with Get Out. Yeah, it's just such a cool concept, and I think you should definitely check it out if you have any interest in the genre or seeing just original filmmakers do awesome, crazy things. Support it. So. Jump into spoilers now. Should we just start with the twist ending? Because that's probably the best thing to really jump into. It's revealed at the end of the movie that Lupita Nyong'o's character, in the beginning of the movie when she confronts herself and finds herself in this like carnival.
Hall of Mirrors.
Yeah, the Hall of Mirrors. You find out that the tethered version of herself actually swaps places with the normal above ground version, so the doppelganger that you're following throughout the whole movie is actually the real Lupita Nyong'o, and then the mother, who is the main character of the movie, Adelaide, is actually from the tunnels, and she grew up there for like at least like the first like 4 or 5 years of her life, and you can kind of see that throughout the movie as she has like these little like savage like primal moments where she's like killing someone and then she's like growling.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's right.
A lot of moments like that.
He watched this three times now. I've only seen it the one time.
Yeah, so you definitely pick those moments out, and I still think something's up. She's very concerned about the tethered versions of the kids dying. When the kid's backing up into the fire, she's like, no,
the whole movie she's almost trying to save them.
Yeah, it really seems like it.
Because when the daughter gets hit by the car and then, like flies into the woods.
Goes and like watches.
Yeah, she goes and she like tries to comfort the daughter as she's dying. And
she doesn't kill her.
Normally, you would think that it's just because it looks like her daughter.
Yeah, there's something else. I feel. I don't know. I gotta keep watching it, I guess.
But actually, the scene that I was talking about them explaining too much.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Well, it was when she literally explains like
the Hands Across America, all that.
It was like, we are clones that were created that for some reason it's almost like. They explain it, but it doesn't really make like a whole lot of sense. Like,
because
I don't really get what it is.
Once you open that door, there's like 8 other questions where it's like,
I'd almost rather them not explain it at all. No. Because then you explain a little bit and it's like, what?
Yeah, because then it's like, where'd you get the red jumpsuits? Where'd you get the scissors? Where'd you get the gloves?
I feel like if they didn't explain it as much, it would be more of like a weird, surreal, like, maybe this movie isn't meant to be taken too literally. No. But when you actually start to like explain like, so we've been living down here for this whole time.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Because then the movie opens with the whole, like, there's millions of miles underground with tunnels, and they have no known purpose at all. And then it adds to that, and it's like, wow, okay.
But
and
if they had just left it at just that text at the beginning, and then it's like, people coming out of the sewers.
Yeah, it would have made sense. And then because that's kind of another spoiler itself, is like, there are doppelgangers for everyone. Like, I didn't know that.
Yeah. There's a scene where it goes to the other family, their friends, and you're expecting that it's going to be the main character's doppelgangers that are going to come in and kill them. Yeah. For whatever reason. But then doppelgangers of that family show up. And that's when you realize, wait a minute, how big is this?
Yeah, and then they go on the news, and then it's like, holy shit.
The whole world is being affected by
this. Or at least the United States thing.
United States.
US. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, it's good.
Lupita Nyong'o the whole time was the doppelganger. That I picked up on, like, within 20 minutes, I was like, boy, it'd be pretty funny if it turned out that they just grabbed the wrong one, like they saved the wrong girl.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't know any better.
Because then it makes sense.
And then it makes sense, like, it's not PTSD she had as a kid.
She just doesn't know how to talk.
Yeah. But I was expecting that reveal, but I'm glad that they did show that. She's not actually scared of...
She's just like, fuck, am I gonna, like, are they gonna come for me now? Like, have I been up here too long? Whatever it is. And then that's why she's, like, so concerned when... you know, they're at the beach and their son is like missing. She's like, where'd he go? Is he gonna get abducted? Like, I'm worried.
Yeah, she's scared, but for completely different reasons than what you think it is on the first viewing.
Exactly.
Which is really interesting.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I like that Peele messes with your expectations like that.
I saw an interesting like quote about Jordan Peele was like, he isn't the next, you know, Spielberg or whatever. Like, he is the first Jordan Peele.
Yes.
I haven't seen any movies that are like these.
No.
I don't, like that weird balance of the humor and slice of life.
I thought they did such a great job of making this movie this and Get Out, feel like organic, just like really well done, like horror movies that are just incredible. And then I was watching an interview just this morning, Jordan Peele's saying like, oh no, yeah, after Get Out came out, like I got some offers. Like Marvel, Star Wars, I'm sure. But he's like, no, like, because I want to keep making movies that I've never seen before, and I'm like, that's amazing. Like, please keep doing what you're doing, because obviously it would be amazing to see.
And these movies are big hits too, and they're not like big movies.
No.
Which is great.
This movie cost $20 million.
And that goes to show that when you have somebody that's actually like, passionate and puts quality into a film, you get this.
You're going to get results. Yeah. You're going to get a loyal fan base. And already, after 2 movies, Jordan Peele's name is already means something to mainstream audiences.
After just 1 movie.
After 1 movie, yeah.
That's why everybody was hyped for this movie.
And then it made a ton of money, and now it's a big, huge hit.
And now give it, another 2 years, and we'll probably have another one?
Probably, and then that's going to break $100 million. And then it's going to be huge, and then he's going to be a superstar, and it's just going to be, he's just going to keep growing. And then it's just going to get better and better. So yeah, I think that Jordan Peele is here to stay, and I think that all the people in this movie are like probably going to be breakout stars. You're going to see Lupita Nyong'o on a lot more shit now. Winston Duke, so do I. Winston Duke too, and then all the kids I would love to see more of, and then just everybody in this movie just brings it, and it's just a really well done movie, perfectly paced horror movie, and it's just really enjoyable. So definitely check it out. So any closing spoilery thoughts before we get out of here? Get Out.
Cut it. Yeah, it was a really good movie overall. And, excited to see more from him.
Definitely. So, what did you guys think of us? Comment down below. Let us know. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Bye.